Today in the Woodyard, I am at my new best friend's Adam's place, and he's got more wood he wants to get rid of, so I'm taking it. We got a whole bunch of ash here. Here we go, it's chucking time. So here's the pile that he's got. This is all ash, and it is nice small stuff that will be good for like pizza oven kind of stuff, or people that are burning outside. It's, I would say, mostly ash. There might be a few other things in here, but it's a good row, and he's giving it to me at a price I can't refuse. So we're gonna throw her in and we're gonna haul it back to the Woodyard. So, bunch of wood. How old is this stuff?
It's probably 2 years old.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, it's good. And you had it covered and everything.
6 months split, but it was like in rounds for 2 years.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it'll be good. It'll burn just like all the other wood. There's wood in the trailer, a little more than a full cord, and so we're going to take it back and load up the other trailer because I got a delivery tomorrow. We're going to take this down to the pizza place because it's all nice size stuff for him. So now I'm going to dump the rest of it, probably throw it right into the bin or just dump it on the ground because we'll sell this real quick. So there it is. And Adam's got totes everywhere you look. He's got wood. He's got a mix of stuff here. Like I said in that one video, he's a hoarder, and he admits it. Yeah.
I'm unhoardering.
Yeah, he's moving. So
I've seen the light.
It's too bad we just met each other, because it'd be nice if you stick around, because, I mean, this is awesome. I have a lot of guys I've met through the channel that I wish I would have known longer.
Yeah.
And like everybody thinks, like me and Tony, we've known each other for like a year and a half, maybe. Everybody's like, well, you guys lifelong friends? No, we just met them. No. Because we just get along good. Well, Bert and Adam, I just met them a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
So
it's funny how Firewood does that.
Oh, Firewood people are good guys. All right, we're going to go dump this. I'm back in the Woodyard, and I just pulled up right alongside the little baby dumper here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to chuck off a lot of the pieces right into here and fill this trailer up, because I got a delivery to do to the pizza place, and he wants 2 face cords, or 2/3 of a cord, so I'm just going to fill it up right away, and that way it'll be ready to go. So I got to go in a day or two. I guess tomorrow or the next day I have to deliver it. So we're going to get that chucked over right now. Here we go. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to chuck stuff over into that trailer so that when it's ready, when I'm ready to go, it's ready to go. So there's the load. I packed it as tight as I could because I wanted to get a little over 2/3 of a cord in there. I threw all the little bitty pieces over here. There's some that are probably close to being big enough, but there's a lot of these little short ones like this you can see here. So I threw those off to the side because those will be hard to stack in the racks where this is going to go. So I tried to put mainly just the ones that are stackable in here. It's 99% ash. There's a little bit of maple in here. So a couple pieces of elm, and then that's what's left. And so I'll just dump that over on the concrete over there, and then somebody else will get this wood. So I thought it was closer to 3.5 face cords, or a full cord, and maybe a little bit more, and it's probably about what it was, because I threw the little ones over here. That's a little more than 2, and there's probably 1 in here, so that's about what it is. Now this stuff, Adam told me, was 2 years old, and it's been cut and split and stacked for, I think he said 8 months or something like that. So it is, because it's ash, it's really dry, but he said it was cut 2 years ago, but then just split and stacked about, I think he said 8 months, maybe it was 7, something like that. So this I'm going to go dump, like I said. Right now I'm going to put the tarp on here. Now you noticed at the end there, I go back over the load when I throw it in. And what I do is I tuck the pieces in because you don't want a piece hanging out like this and then have the tarp on it. I don't want pieces hanging off the back like that. They're gonna fall off. I try to tuck the pieces in all the way around when I've got a full load like this, and then up in the front on the bulkhead up here. See if I can get up here and show you. What I try to do is I try to tuck the pieces down inside, make sure they're down below the bulkhead there, so when the tarp goes up and over, it's secure and there's nothing gonna bounce out on me. So I just kind of check it over. I also look for pieces that'll be like this. I can show you that. Try not to have a piece like that, as if you see it sticking up and it'll hit the netting on the tarp. So I try to roll them over so it's, you know, the highest point here is like bark side up. So they're not rubbing on the netting or creating a hole in it or something like that. So just try to even the load out a little bit because I am going to be going down the interstate about 20 miles with this, and I don't want, like I said, I don't want to have pieces go flying out and cause accidents and things like that. So I'm going to throw the tarp over the top, tighten this up, and then we're going to go dump that. So I like to just pull it out, chuck it over, pull the rest out, not the rest, but a bunch more, so I can just pull it over and tuck it down. And this wood is all really nice and dry, and glad to have it. Adam sold it to me at a price I couldn't refuse, and the fact I can flip it, turn it right away, and it's going to a place that I know the size doesn't matter that much because it's going to the restaurant. They're okay with pieces that are a little bit big, and they're okay with pieces that are a little bit small, and he's not super picky on kind of wood, other than he doesn't really want pine. Pretty much anything that's dry and that'll burn really good because they're not smoking any meat. This is just for heat for the pizza oven. And the new tarp they gave me is awesome because there's still, I would say there's probably 2 feet of extra tarp it's rolled up there now. So I could go even higher with this if I had to, but I think that's adequate. And this is going to be more than 2/3 of a cord or 2 face cords here, and we'll deliver this in a couple days. And you know what? I just thought of something I'm going to do here. I just thought of this just now when I was talking. I'm going to take the tarp off, and I'm going to go get a plastic tarp. I'm going to put it on the bottom of this, and then put this tarp over the top. We're supposed to get rain tomorrow, and I don't deliver this for 2 days yet in this load because tomorrow I've got something going on I have to do, so I'm not going to be working at all in the Woodyard. There'll still be a video for you. I'm going to take this off. I'm going to put a tarp on this and then hold it down with this so that when it rains, this stays dry. Because it's nice to have dry wood, obviously, because it's going inside. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to go grab a tarp. There it is. It's a work of art, I must say. Actually, it's not real pretty, but it'll work. It'll keep the wood dry in case it's supposed to rain tomorrow. They said we could get 1/4 to 1/2 inch. And like I said, tomorrow I'm going to be gone all day, and then this delivery is first thing the next morning, so this will keep it nice and dry. Like I said, I threw the little chunks over here. Still got to go dump this stuff over on the concrete. I'm going to show you guys something that I was planning on doing today. But when I was gone getting this load, Mike stopped here today. Mike, who helps out with stuff all the time, he's retired and always looking for something to do, and he stopped in. He says, yeah, he says, maybe I'll come back and do some work here. And so I showed him some things. I didn't even tell him this. I never even told him what to do, and he cleaned this all up. He brought the tractor, and he raked up all the debris from that stuff that we put in here. So he cleaned this whole aisle up. So clean up in aisle 1, I guess. I think that's aisle 1. He got that all cleaned up, and then I told him about some wood that we have over here, some of the skanky wood that is nasty, ugly crap. And I said some of it's real snaky and it probably won't really be good for the processor, that will probably end up just hand cutting. And I showed it to him and he says, yeah, he says, maybe I'll come back. And so he came back and I got back here and he probably cut for, I don't know, he might have been here an hour. He cut a whole bunch and he cut all this stuff here. So he's got to start on the skanky wood. And this is just a mix of everything from that wood that we bought from the tree line. And it actually came from right where he lives. There's a school right by his place, and this is where all this came from. So he started it in on this. And like I said before, we may take some of these logs, like maybe like this one and that one, and some of the, where's the crooked one there? That's not too bad. And here's a straight one here. We'll probably pull some of these out and run them on the processor, but a lot of the stuff is, I mean, look at how nasty and crooked some of this, and it's small too. A lot of odd sized stuff here. There's elm, there's box elder, there's ash, there's a little bit of maple in here. There's some apple wood. There's a cat. Yeah, this right here is applewood. Hey there, Mrs. Cat. And real small stuff like this right here. And so yeah, he did some cutting, and he just got a brand new chainsaw. He bought a new Stihl 500 that someday you'll see on the channel here. We'll have to do some videos with it. So he was doing a little bit of cutting with it, and he says he likes it a lot. But I think he's got a 261, does that sound right? 271? I don't know what number it is. It's one of the medium-sized Stihl saws, and he likes running that a lot. So, okay, now we're gonna go dump the rest of this wood that's in the trailer here over onto the concrete and get it out of the trailer in case I need it for something else. Today is we're going to replace this light. When I was at N&N getting the baby dumper, they gave me this replacement because they saw that I had broke it. I broke it myself. I threw a board up against it. I was throwing wood underneath when I was up at my brother's, and I smashed it. The light still works, and it still glows red, so it works just fine, other than it's broke. But I'm going to put the replacement one on. So they gave me the ring and the light. So this just pops off real easy like this. I already had popped it out just on clips. So there's that. And then the other light just pops in. And what's neat is this is actually got N&N embossed. I don't know if you guys can see. It says N&N on there. It does on here. And on the ring it says N&N. So they got their own customized lights here. Let's see, this goes this way. It's being difficult. There we go. Yeah, it just clips in just like that. And then we're going to put the new ring on. And it just goes around like this. It's kind of a stretchy, plasticky kind of stuff. Looks like Mrs. Cat is here to investigate, make sure I'm doing it right. Here we go. There, it seems to be where it's supposed to go. What do you think? Does that look good? She says yes. Okay, so then this just pops in, I think. Just like a pressure mount. Kind of just work it around like a Tupperware. There we go. Popped right in. Sweet. Let me get this folded over. There we go. Brand new spanky pretty. Now I'm going to save this light just in case we smash another one, or if one quits working, or because it's the same light on this trailer as the baby dumper, and we'll save this one because it does still work even though it's broke, and that way we'll have a spare just in case an emergency. We'll have a spare light, which is good, I guess. So there it is. I finally fixed it. Only took me 2 months. So the very last thing I'm going to do today is I'm going to plug in the charger, and there's a built-in charger in here, and all you got to do is plug it in on the side, and it's charging, and I can hear it humming. As soon as I plugged it in, it was humming. So I'm going to take you guys inside here and show you. Now the reason I'm doing this is my dumps have been fine because this does have a trickle charger on the trailer, so as I'm driving it's charging all the time, but it only charges 1.5 amps, so it's very low. And this one here is also 1.5 amps. The battery charger. So you can see here it's battery charger. It's an Eagle. So yeah, 1.5 amps. So not real fast. And from what I can see here, the yellow light is on. There's a green light that comes on once it's charged, and the yellow light's on. So I know it needed charging. I haven't topped it off in quite a while now, so I figured it was time to put it on. I haven't had any problems dumping, but it's just good to have it fully charged, and I haven't done it in a while. So it is in. And I just found something else out when Mike was here. He changed the oil on the splitter. He borrowed my Easton-made Ultra splitter. He works, kind of helps out down at a gun club, and they cut a bunch of trees down, and he wanted to know if they could use the splitter. I said, heck yeah, it helps me all the time here. He said, take it, as long as I'm not using it, go right ahead. So he took it and used it. He cleaned it up. He cleaned all the oil off. Apparently there's a small little leak, and he's going to fix that also. And while he had it, he changed the oil for me because he wanted to know last time I changed it. I said, well, it's probably been a good 50 hours, maybe 70 hours. So I try to change it every 50 hours. Definitely no more than 100, which I think 100 is what it's required, something like that. But it's like a quart, so no big deal. So he changed the oil for me, so that's pretty awesome. Pays to have good friends, and I got bunches of them here, so pretty awesome. So this will be charging up. Tomorrow you're going to come back 5:30 a.m. I'm at another video for you. And right now you're going to go watch all the other videos on my channel. There's 1,300 waiting for you. Good night, Irene.